Michigan State. It's the Wolverines and the Spartans. Michigan defensive tackle Kenneth Grant put it this way this week. It's the in-state rivalry. We got to come and take their souls. Spartans will move from right to left here at the Big House as Doman has the football on the tee. Alante Brown, a transfer from Nebraska, is back. He's had some injury issues. He is deep for Michigan State. As the battle for Paul Bunyan state bragging rights is underway as Tommy Doman puts his right foot into it, and it will sail over Brown's head and out of the back of the end zone. Let's set the Michigan defense for you, facing Aiden Childs up front. It'll be Derek Moore, Kenneth Grant, Mason Graham, and Josiah Stewart. The linebackers, Jashawn Barham and Ernest Hausman. In the secondary, Jair Hill, along with Makari Page, Zeke Berry. Quentin Johnson listed as questionable. We'll see if he gets the start, along with Amir Hall. And facing a Spartan quarterback, a sophomore, Aiden Childs, who's been very good, has Childs transfer from Oregon State. Quentin Johnson is on the field for Michigan this first snap with the ball on the left hash. Michigan State wearing the all-whites with the Spartan on the side of the green helmet. Michigan in their traditional winged helmet, blue jerseys, and maize pants. First snap of the game is Childs on a quarterback keeper up the middle. Gets a couple of yards before he is dropped out near the 29-yard line. Brought down by Ernest Hausman on the first play of the ball game.
And knowing that he's such a big part of the rushing package, they're going to have to be very disciplined on the backside. I know Josiah Stewart, we've talked about him a lot of times, about being able to close down and make some plays on a running back. You've got to be disciplined because you never know. They're really good with their ball handling skills. Whether he hands it off or keeps it, you've got to be disciplined in your keys.
Childs in a shotgun. He's got Nate Carter in the backfield next to him. Jack Velling goes in motion, the outstanding tight end. Childs takes the snap, back to pass. Looking to his right, here comes the rush. He's going to bail out of there. Now he's going to take off and run, and he's got first down yardage across the 35. Gets dropped at the 37-yard line again by Ernest Hausman.
Good coverage downfield. Everybody was covered up, and that's the risk that you run, especially when you are able to put pressure on them. A lot of those passing lanes that the offense is trying to develop, they become the exit route. And when you've got everybody with their back turned downfield, it's really hard to come up. I do like the fact that Ernest Hausman broke down, didn't miss a tackle. He's hard to tackle in the open field. 1st and 10
for Michigan State from the 37-yard line. Childs will take this snap from under center. Works some commands to his teammates. Nate Carter, the lone setback. Childs takes the snap, handoff to Carter up the middle. Not much room as he is dropped at the 39-yard line, given 2 on first down.
This is going to be a big game for the big boys up front, specifically Mason Graham, Kenneth Grant. No Rayshawn Benny today, so they're going to get a lot of reps. But whoever is in there, it's really going to be a matter of how do you stand up those guards, stand up the center, and read what's happening. You can make some plays at the line of scrimmage, but when you flip that switch from run to pass, you can't allow Aiden Childs to escape.
Wolverines going big up front with 3 defensive tackles on the field. Trey Pierce made that last tackle. Kenneth Grant and Mason Graham still in there. 2nd down and 8. Childs play action, back to pass, setting up a screen to Nate Carter. He's got it, 40, 45, 50, gets a block, 45 into Michigan territory and knocked out of bounds in front of the Michigan bench at the Wolverine 34-yard line.
That was a good setup. Great block out in open field by Luke Newman, local product out of Brother Rice. Their left guard, transfer from Holy Cross, did a nice job of getting out into space, and he's the guy that blocks Jashawn Barham and really sets that play in motion.
Gain of 26 on the screen pass to Nate Carter. From the 34-yard line, 1st and 10 from the Spartans. Just underway here at the Big House, we are scoreless. Childs in a shotgun. Going to toss sweep to Lynch Adams, looking like he wants to throw. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Get across the 35 down to the 34-yard line. Give him a yard. Wolverines not fooled on that one. Looked like he might be trying to throw it back to Childs.
Yeah, I think that was the whole target. They were trying to throw it back there. A nice job setting the defensive edge there by Cameron Brandt, reading that one and smoking it out. But when you have a play like that should go for lost yardage plays to allow a yard, even a yard gain, you got to find a way to get them down in the backfield.
3 receivers here on 2nd down and 9. Carter, the lone setback. Childs will take a snap from under center. From the Michigan 34-yard line, Childs takes the snap. Hand off to Carter. He's got a little bit of room, squeezes through it across the 30, down to the 26-yard line, where Cameron Brandt Brings him down. It'll be 3rd and short for Michigan State.
And this really opens things up for Michigan State. 3rd and short. They're going to go quick to the line of scrimmage, trying to go tempo.
Wolverines have gotten the line. It's Childs in a shotgun. Snap. Handoff to Carter. He's going to bounce it outside. He's got the first down inside the 25, down to the 20-yard line, where he's brought down by Josiah Stewart. First down, Michigan State.
Design cutback by Michigan State on that play. They start everything is motioned to the left, trying to play to the aggressive nature that Wink Martindale calls and this defense plays with. All of a sudden, everybody starts to sway to the defense's right side. He cuts it back, and there's a lot of yardage to be gained on the backside.
Spartans 19 of 26 in the red zone. That is 17th in the 18-team Big Ten. Hand off to Lynch Adams. No, it's Childs keeping it on quarterback run around the left end. And he gets down to the 15-yard line and is tackled there by Jair Hill. Gain of 6 on first down.
Well, this Michigan defense should be very keyed in to having a quarterback like Aiden Childs. They see Alex Orji in practice all the time. I'm sure that he was running some of the scout team to give a look of what it's going to be like to try to defend a mobile quarterback.
Inside the Michigan 15-yard line, Spartans have it. Childs under center. Lynch Adams in the backfield. He's the lone setback. 2 receivers split out wide. Childs puts Velling in motion. Turns, hands it off to Lynch Adams. Running right. He's going to get stacked up short of the first down and push backwards. Give him a yard. And it'll be 3rd and short once again for Michigan State. Josiah Stewart leading the Michigan tacklers.
Yeah, it's those big boys up front. They're going to have to stick those offensive linemen, put your hands right in their chest. Eventually you're going to have to go with one hand so that you've got one free. And on that one, Josiah Stewart did a tremendous job of shedding a block and closing down the hole that was there.
Spartans well within Jonathan Kim's field goal range. He had 7 field goal attempts last week, made 6 of them. 3rd down and then 2. Childs will take this snap from under center. Barks some commands. Now looks like he wants to change the play. 4 on the play clock. Takes the snap. Turns and hands it off to Carter, who's got some room inside the 10. He's got the first down. The Spartans will have it 1st and goal from the Michigan 6. Ernest Hausman taking him down. Gain of 6 on 3rd and 2.
All Michigan State is doing right now is overloading everything to the right. They're showing 2 tight ends. They're showing wide receiver out there. Nothing to the left. Michigan's defense is matching that, so when Michigan State cuts back, there's really not much support there behind the defensive line.
The Spartans with 9 runs and 1 pass so far. They've got it 1st and goal from the Michigan 6. Childs under center. Snap. Turns. Goes reverse to the 10, to the 5, and hit at the 3-yard line is Montori Foster Jr. by Makari Page. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
Michigan State's really been good on their opening drive. We saw it against Boston College. We saw it a couple of weeks ago against Oregon. They didn't end up sealing the deal. It ended up being a turnover. But their opening drive, they have been able to get down inside the 10, the 5, and quite often, whether it's a field goal by Kim or a touchdown, they've scored on their opening drive.
2nd and goal from the Michigan 3-yard line. Spartans break the huddle. A little late. Lone setback is Lynch Adams. Childs will take this snap from under center. Snap, turns, toss sweep. Looking for Lynch Adams, who's got it inside the 5 down to the 2-yard line, where Amir Hall brought him down. Little misdirection there on the quick pitch.
Little misdirection, but Amir Hall did a great job of reading the wide receiver that went in motion. I think it was Nick Marsh, and as soon as he went in motion, went down to crack block. That's a great tell. He just sat outside and waited for the reverse.
Long drive here. We got 7:15 to go first quarter. Spartans have it 3rd and 2 from the Michigan 2-yard line. 3rd and goal. Can the Wolverines get a stop here? Childs under center. Snap. Play action. Rolling out to his right. Looking. Fires into the end zone, and it's batted away. Broken up there. Quentin Johnson on a pass intended for Velling. And it'll be 4th down for Michigan State. Jonathan Smith has a decision to make, and it looks like he's going to go for it.
Great play by Quentin Johnson, and he had a decision to make. He was going to come up for Aiden Childs, and then the antenna went up. Hey, wait a second, that's not my responsibility. And he located the tight end and just was in a perfect position to make that play.
From the Michigan 2-yard line, a huge play. Here midway through the first quarter, it's 4th and goal from the 2. Spartans will go for it. Childs under center. Carter back in the game at running back. He's the lone setback. Childs puts Velling in motion. Snap, when we get a whistle and a flag, and it looks like a false start, or was it a delay of game?
Either one.
Delay of game. Offense number 2. 5-yard penalty, still foul.
Well, there you go. It'll be a field goal attempt now for Jonathan Kim.
Well, there was a late motion there and a late stem by the Michigan defense, and as the clock ran out, left guard ended up twitching a little bit as the defense stemmed, so it was going to be a penalty either way.
This is a 25-yard field goal attempt from Jonathan Kim, who's hit on 15 of 16 this season. To give the Spartans a 3-0 lead. Snap is good, hold is good, the kick is up, and he missed it! Pushed it wide right, and the Wolverines get a stop here in Ann Arbor on the Spartans' opening drive, and Michigan, the defense gets off the field.
How big was that delay of game? Because if they don't convert, Michigan gets the ball on the 2. Instead, they missed the field goal. Now they're going to get the ball on the 7-yard line. That was a big penalty.
We'll have Michigan's first possession when we continue scoreless in Ann Arbor. You're listening to Michigan Football from Learfield. Let's welcome in the third member of our broadcast team, Jason Avant, down on the field. Jason, how's the atmosphere?
Well, the atmosphere is unbelievable. Everyone's into this game. The sideline has a lot of energy, unlike last week, so that's a good sign. So hopefully we can go 80 yards here, like John said.
Did you get accosted by a bunch of former teammates in the pregame show?
Yeah, Braylon Edwards kind of took me hostage there and made me take photos, him and his girlfriend.
Everybody wants pictures with number 8. All right, Michigan has the football on their own 20 with Davis Warren at the helm of the Michigan offense, which we will set in a moment. He's in a shotgun with Kalel Mullings in the backfield. We are scoreless here in Ann Arbor. Snap, handoff to Mullings, hit in the backfield and drop for a 1-yard loss. Daquan Dowse with the stop. The Michigan offense up front, Miles Hinton, Josh Preeb, Greg Crippen, Gio El Hadi, and Andrew Gentry, who got his first start last week. The tight end is Colston Loveland. Donovan Edwards, Kalel Mullings split time in the backfield. Starting receivers, Samaj Morgan and Tyler Morris. And, of course, we mentioned Davis Warren at quarterback. Handoff to Mullings running left, and he gets across the 20, pushes forward for a couple of yards, but that's it. It'll be 3rd down and long for Michigan.
You got to find a way to get some movement up front. Play 1, there's penetration. I guess you showed a little bit of improvement by not allowing the penetration. They're trying to go behind Hinton and Preeb, they're the best pair that Michigan has, most reliable now that Miles Hinton is back from that 1-week hiatus.
Okay, here we go. This is a 3rd and 9. Take care of the football. Warren in a shotgun. He's got 3 receivers split wide right. That's Colston, along with C.J. Charleston and Tyler Morris. Peyton O'Leary split wide left. Kalel Mullings in the backfield on this 3rd down and 9. Here comes the blitz. Warren back to pass. The offensive line gives him all kinds of time. Warren bails out of there, looking downfield. He's going to fire and completes. Right in front of the sideline. Lots of time, but nobody open, and eventually did the right thing and just kind of got rid of the ball. It looked like he threw it at the feet of Colston Loveland, who was covered.
Well, he had Colston Loveland coming across the formation early. His eyes were right. Colston was running from right to left, and he just didn't see him. I'm not sure what he was looking at. Colston has always been the number 1 target, and I would think that his eyes on 3rd down would go directly to him.
Yeah, he was looking at the O'Leary on that play. O'Leary was number 1 because they set mesh concept on the opposite side, but he didn't uncover.
Tommy Doman is in and gets off a high punt that will be fair caught at the Spartan 38-yard line by Montori Foster Jr. We are scoreless here in Ann Arbor. Cars, John Jansen, Jason Avant back at the Big House. Scoreless here in Ann Arbor, 5:23 to go first quarter. Spartans, long opening drive that consumed 8 minutes and 8 seconds of the clock, but a missed field goal. Michigan then goes 3 and out. Spartans have it back on their own 38-yard line. Childs under center. Turns and hands it off in the backfield to his running back, who's dropped immediately. I believe that was Derek Frazier. Derek Moore on the stop. Give him maybe half a yard there for Frazier.
Yeah, nice job by Derek Moore. Those guys up front are going to have to shed blocks. It's a big offensive line, and they've got some new components this year. But by week 8, I don't know that you can necessarily say new components anymore. They're playing really well as a unit for Michigan State.
2nd down and 9 for Michigan State. Childs splits 2 receivers wide left. Now motions both tight ends from left to right. From the right hash, Michigan showing a 4-man front. Childs takes the snap. Here comes the blitz. He's got to bail out of there to his left. Going to unleash one deep. It's caught by Nick Marsh in Michigan territory, where Quentin Johnson, Jason Barham take him to the ground at the Michigan 46-yard line.
Well, you had zone coverage deep, and as soon as he caught the ball, they were able to close on him, which is nice, but you've got to be able to close just a little bit quicker. And I believe it was Quentin Johnson that just got his eyes taken away by the crossing route.
15 yards there for the Spartans. They've got it at the Michigan 46-yard line. Childs under center with 2 receivers, split wide right with the ball in the left hash. Lynch Adams in the backfield. They got 3 defensive tackles in that Michigan front once again. Adding Ike Awuna to Kenneth Grant and Mason Graham. They go jet sweep, and the Wolverines sniff it out and dropped immediately. Is the wide receiver Montori Foster, and it's Jason Barham. No gain on 1st down.
Nice job by Jason and Amir Hill. Neither of those guys were fooled on it. And this is really what it's going to take to be good against this Michigan defense is discipline, understanding your keys. And when you do, you have plays like this. When you don't, you allow drives like they had on that opening drive.
Correction, that was Alante Brown on the jet sweep. No gain, 2nd and 10 for Michigan State from the Michigan 46-yard line. 3:19 to go, 1st quarter. Childs in a shotgun back to pass, fires over the middle to Velling, and he can't hang on. Low throw. Then it'll be 3rd and long for Michigan State. Makari Page in coverage on a crossing route.
Well, the big boys up front were able to get a hand up and in the face of Aiden Childs. They hit him just as he was thrown. I believe it was Kenneth Grant had the pressure, and that's what threw that pass off. They've got to find ways to continue to pressure him, but keep him in the pocket.
See what Michigan defensive coordinator Wink Martindale will dial up here on 3rd and 10 for the Spartans. Wolverines crowding the line of scrimmage here. Childs in a shotgun with 3 receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Snap. He's got it. Hands it off to Carter, who's got some room, and he's got the 1st down, and he's in the clear. 25-20. Knocked down inside the Michigan 15-yard line. They catch the Wolverines on a 3rd and 10 draw play, and the Spartans are knocking on the door.
It looked like there was miscommunication at the snap of the ball. 2 guys in the middle of that Michigan defensive front are talking to each other. When the ball is snapped, they're not on the hand on the ground, not ready to go. And when you've got 6 guys up at the line of scrimmage, there's nobody there. If they bust through that line of scrimmage, there's nobody there to make the tackle. There's no support. Everybody is up at the line of scrimmage.
34 yards on the run down to the Michigan 11-yard line. Spartans have it, 1st and 10. Childs in a shotgun. 2 receivers split wide left. Jerron Glover split wide right. Carter in the backfield, and Spartans saw something they didn't like, and they're going to take a timeout.
Michigan State. It's their 1st of the half.
2:25 to go, 1st quarter. We are scoreless here in Ann Arbor, but Michigan State knocking on the door for a 2nd time in this game. This is Michigan football from Learfield. When rivalries heat up, choose chill. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. Please celebrate responsibly. Scoreless in Ann Arbor, but Michigan State really has controlled play here. They've had the ball for 10 minutes and 26 seconds. Michigan for just 1:29 in their lone possession, a 3 and out. And the Spartans have it inside the Michigan 15-yard line out of the timeout. The defense needs to stiffen again. Jonathan Kim missing a 25-yard field goal on Michigan State's opening possession of the game.
Got to find a way to get off the field. 3rd down, now that you've reset it with 1st inside that 15.
Childs in a shotgun. Puts Marsh in motion from left to right. Takes the snap. Childs going to keep it. Quarterback run. Cuts up the middle to the 5, inside the 5, and knocked down at the 3-yard line. A gain of 8. Makari Page on the stop for Michigan.
Well, there's one thing to be in position. TJ Guy was in position. He didn't bite on the fake. He overplayed Aiden Childs, and when you overplay an athlete as good as Aiden Childs, he's going to cut inside. Now, that's what you want, That's where all your help is going to be coming from, but you at least got to slow them down at the line of scrimmage.
Jimmy Roller's getting a lot of run at linebacker. Jayshawn Barham left the field earlier this drive. Michigan defense needs to step in here. 2nd down and 2 from the Michigan 3-yard line. Childs under center. They're going to have a play action back to pass. Aiden Childs floats one out here to Foster. He breaks one tackle, but that's it. But he might have a first down at the 1-yard line. It depends on the spot. Spartans could get a first down. It looks like he's short of the first down. Amir Hall, the man that brought down Montori Foster.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they got about 6 inches to go, and they've got to find a way to get a stop here, force them into another field goal. I don't know what Jonathan Smith would do in this situation. We know what he was going to do last time.
3rd and inches for Michigan State. Childs will take this snap from under center. Fullback in there. They go handoff. Nate Carter, who's hitting the backfield, pushes forward. I don't know if he got it.
Well, if you believe the line judge to our side, he did not.
And they're saying 4th down. Umpire on the far side has his fist in the air, which indicates 4th down.
Nice job by that defense to stiffen up, and they can still give up a first down, obviously, without Michigan State scoring.
Wolverines bringing a host of substitutions in, including, here's Barham back. So we see Jadon Hood in the ball game. On this 4th and inches for Michigan State from the Wolverines 1-yard line. Childs under center. Takes the snap, hands it off to Carter up the middle. Did he get it? They're saying touchdown, and he got it. Touchdown, Michigan State.
Well, Michigan just got blown off the ball in the interior of that defensive line. Surprised to see that.
Ernest Hausman met Nate Carter in the hole, but he pushed into the end zone, and the Spartans lead it 6-0 here in Ann Arbor.
John, it seems like the line, the unbalanced line and the tight end switches is causing the defensive line to be confused a little bit, which is making them uncertain.
Well, they're uncertain, but they're also not set at the snap of the ball,
exactly.
And so they're starting at a huge disadvantage.
Jonathan Kim on for the extra point. Snap is good, hold is good, and the kick is up, and it is also good. With 10 seconds to go in the first quarter, the Spartans lead it 7-0.
Guys?
7-0 Spartans, 10 seconds to go first quarter. Michigan will get the football back following the Spartan touchdown drive. Wolverines go 3 and out. The early story of this game is Michigan's inability to get off the field defensively, and Spartans have put up 135 yards to 1. They possessed the ball for 13 minutes and 13 seconds. They've run 22 plays to 3.
Yeah, I mean, the time of possession, the inability of the defense. I mean, Michigan State right now is 3 of 5 on 3rd downs, and they just, obviously didn't get that last one, but they were able to get the touchdown on 4th down. You got to find a way to stop this rushing attack, because as soon as Michigan State figures out that, hey, not only can they rush the ball, because Michigan's going to have to maybe commit another guy to the rushing game. Now all of a sudden you're going to start seeing Aiden Childs become a passer more so than he has been, and that's going to be tough to defend. But the key right now is for Michigan, 3 plays, 1 yard in the first quarter. You have to find a way to be good on first down. Give your quarterback a chance. If you do get into 2nd and medium or 3rd and short, you just got to be able to be good on first down, and they lost yardage on the very first play of the game.
Jonathan Kim will kick off. Keyshawn Harris is deep for the Wolverines, along with Joe Taylor. As the Spartans kicking from right to left, and it's Kim will sail it over the head of Harris and into the end zone, and Michigan will take over on the 25-yard line, trailing 7-0 here in Ann Arbor.
A note, Christian Boyven went to the tent. I'm trying to locate him now, but I'm trying to see about Christian Boyven.
Okay. Donovan Edwards will see his first action on Michigan's second possession here. Wolverines offensively playing without Amarion Walker. He is out with an undisclosed injury. Peyton O'Leary split wide to the left. Tyler Morris in the slot. Davis Warren in a shotgun with Edwards off his left hip. Davis back to pass, fires. Colston Loveland's got it. Wide receiver screen to Loveland, and he's got first down yardage across the 35 out to the 38. Called the 39-yard line. Move the chains. Michigan's first down of the game on the final play of quarter number 1. Spartans lead at 7-0 here in Ann Arbor. First quarter stats, Michigan State 135 yards to Michigan's 15. 13 minutes and 21 seconds of possession time to Michigan 139. Wolverines just got their first down of the game on a 14-yard screen pass to Colston Loveland. And John, if I recall correctly, it was a Keon Coleman touchdown reception here 2 years ago that gave the Spartans a 7-0 lead. And
yeah, that was down here in the corner of the south end zone, I believe.
The Spartans didn't score again after that. Wolverines defensively are going to have to find some answers because those are long, time-consuming drives.
They are, but I like the first play to Colston Loveland. Get the ball in and out of the quarterback's hands, get a little confidence for Davis Warren. But what I really liked about it was Giovanni Alhadi, Andrew Gentry, the way that they weren't distracted. They threw that one right into the teeth of the blitz. Michigan State was bringing it off the right side. They ran past all of the blitzers. It's really easy to get distracted, get slowed down, but if you get slowed down, your timing is thrown off, and you're not able to get some of those blocks downfield. For nice awareness for those guys.
Well, you heard the pregame show Sharon Moore say that Michigan would work Alex Orji into the game plan, and he's out there for this 1st and 10 snap from the 39-yard line. Also, we see Kendrick Bell on the field, and he was listed as questionable. Orji in a shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off to Edwards, running right, 40, and he just can't break that last tackle. Give him 2 yards before he was taken down, and one step away from that being a big gainer. Malik Spencer comes up from a safety spot to get the stop.
Well, and that's what you're going to get a lot when Alex Orji's in the game, is Malik Spencer is a safety. He's playing in the box, and he's going to play up tight until that anybody can show that they could beat this Michigan State defense down the field.
Davis Warren back in the game. And he will take a snap from shotgun on the 2nd down and 8. Ball on the right hash. Wolverines going right to left. And Michigan put 2 men in motion. They might have to take now they set. Warren's got the snap. Back to pass. Looking. Hits Edwards out of the backfield. Can he make a man miss? He can't, and gets dragged down at the 44-yard line. Caught it in the right flat. Give him 3 more yards there. It'll be 3rd down and medium.
Yeah, and I mean, Michigan State right now is doing what Michigan's not. They're making open field tackles. They're not letting them getting any yards after catch or after contact. Whether it was, Spencer coming up from the safety position, hoping that Donovan could shake him, couldn't, and then they throw it to him on this one, and he's not able to make Wiley miss from the corner position.
3rd down and 5 for Michigan. Warren in a shotgun. Empty backfield, back to pass. Flips it to Edwards on a little wide receiver screen or wide receiver pop pass, and he gets dragged down in the backfield for a loss of 3. That was doomed from the very beginning, and Michigan to be forced to punt once again.
Well, whether it was the first play of the game or it's the little pop pass to Donovan Edwards, you cannot allow penetration. This time it was Greg Crippen, and I understand him trying to get front side, but you can't get beat so bad backside that your defender ends up 5 yards in the backfield.
Tommy Doman standing on his own 25-yard line. Montori Foster deep for the Spartans. And Doman gets off a nuke. Foster backing up. He'll let it hit inside the 10, and he'll take a right turn and roll back to the 9-yard line, and that's where the Spartans will take over. As Tommy Doman, that's a well-timed, good punt, and the Spartans will be looking at a 90-plus yard field. Leading 7-0 early second network app. Doug Karsh, John Jansen, Jason Avant. Down on the field, Michigan trailing 7-0. Spartans have the football back inside their own 10-yard line, following a 49-yard punt from Tommy Doman. This would be a good time for a 3-and-out, huh?
Yeah, or a turnover.
Lynch Adams in the backfield alone. Aiden Childs will take this snap from under center. Wolverines showing a 5-man front. Childs hands it off to Lynch Adams, running left. He's got some room across the 15, out to the 16-yard line. Jayshawn Barham brings him down. Gain of 6 on first down.
Well, Michigan State's doing a really good job of cutting this Michigan defense in half. I talk about the cutback plays on those first couple of drives, and they're getting good movement on the nose. Kenneth Grant's getting blown off the ball. And when that happens, your linebackers get separated. Jayshawn Barnum's able to come in and make the play, but not till it's 6 yards downfield.
From the 16-yard line, Spartans have it. Got to get it across the 20. Childs in a shotgun. Wolverines showing blitz. Childs takes the snap, hands it off to Lynch Adams. He runs into the pile, and he pushes forward for the first down out to the 21-yard line. Mason Graham on the stop there.
Mason Graham does a nice job of shedding his block, but when you swim a defender, that will open up a little bit of a rushing lane. Now, he's able to close it, but again, it's not plays that are being made at the line of scrimmage. These are all plays that are being made 3, 4, and in the case of that first down run, 8 yards downfield.
1st and 10 for Michigan State from the Spartans' own 21-yard line, leading 7-0, 11:31 to go in the half. Childs in a shotgun, takes the snap. Back to pass, looking downfield. Here comes the rush, and he escapes one tackler, then another, and then down he goes, but he gets 2 yards before the Wolverines bring him down. It was Jayshawn Barham. He is tough to bring down. It'll be 2nd and long for the Spartans.
There's 3 different guys that had the ability to tackle Aiden Childs in the backfield. And we talk about blocking and tackling. They just haven't been very good at either one of those things today so far.
Yeah, when Michigan State wants to take shots down the field, they usually put their receivers in cut splits, tight splits toward the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 8 for Michigan State. They go I formation with Lynch Adams deep. Childs under center. Wolverines showing a 5-man front. Childs takes the snap, handoff to Lynch Adams, and he's dragged down in the backfield. It was Jayshawn Barham on the blitz, brought him down for no gain. And it'll be 3rd and long for Michigan State.
Yeah, they brought Jayshawn Barham off the right side, and he just uses his speed to run him down.
3rd down and 7. Spartans got to get it across the 31-yard line. The ball's at the 24. And the Wolverines get off the field here. 3 wide for Michigan State. Childs in a shotgun with Lynch Adams in the backfield. Now they got 4 wide. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Back to pass is Childs. Fires. Lynch Adams has it. He's dropped immediately. Ernest Hausman, a 6-yard loss as Hausman sniffed out the screen pass to Lynch Adams, and the Michigan defense will get off the field.
I tell you what, here's the one thing that we learned at Washington about Ernest Hausman. Maybe we should have learned it earlier. His ability to learn on the run and see and diagnose what an offense is doing, and then be able to execute on the field, or whether it's, hey, I'm going to go to the sidelines, I'm going to look at the iPads, going to see what's going on. He is really a really smart football player.
Ryan Eckley to punt for Michigan State. Samaj Morgan standing on his own 32. Eckley puts his right foot into it, and Samaj will signal for a fair catch and make it at the 30-yard line. And that's where Michigan will take over with 9:12 to go in the first half. And the Wolverines trailing it 7-0 here in Ann Arbor. This is Michigan football from Learfield. Wolverines will have the football trailing 7-0 here. 9:12 to go in the first half. And John, quite frankly, it feels like this could be worse than 7-0.
Well, yeah, I mean, Kim, a very reliable field goal kicker, pushes it easy, 3 points wide right early on. So you come away with that one. Now Michigan State goes down, another long drive. They punch the ball in the end zone. You're fortunate to be down 7. And our friends at the Big Ten Network that are right next to us just flashed a stat to me that it's disheartening, and it's one that needs to change quickly now that Michigan does have the ball. Michigan State has 8 first downs, and Michigan has only run 7 offensive plays. Now, they got a chance here, and we saw on first down that quick pass to the tight end screen on their last drive to Colston Loveland. They've got to find a way to get the running game going. We all know that this is a run-first team. Michigan State did a nice job last week against Iowa, but there's still some yardage to be gained down there.
We see the freshman Channing Goodwin in for the first time. Split wide right. Pistol formation. Now they shift Mullings to the right. Toss sweep to Kalel Mullings. Running right. Nothing there as he gets submarined back at the 28-yard line. A loss of 2 on first down.
No, they're overplaying everything right now. And the problem Michigan is having offensively is there's no rhythm to the offense. There's no play that sets up the next play to this point.
Second down and 12 for Michigan. 4 wide here for Davis Warren. Michigan State showing a 4-man front. Davis takes the snap, back to pass. Looking, fires. He's got Colston Loveland, 30, 35. Colston trying to get to the marker, which is the 40. Gets chopped down at the 39-yard line by Angelo Gross. But good play there. Sets up a 3rd and short.
And that's what I mentioned earlier. This Michigan State team, say whatever you want about them to this point this year, they are technically sound. They do a nice job of making plays in the open field and not allowing extra yardage. If they miss anything on that play, Colston picks up the first down.
3rd and a yard and a half. Kalel Mullings in the backfield. He'll take the handoff, and he's got the first down across the 40 out to the 45-yard line. Move the chains for Michigan. A good hard run and a good job by the offensive line. 6 yards for Kalel. First down, Wolverines.
That's the first time today that offensive line has come off with really nice pad level, lower than Michigan State. That's why that play was successful. Kalel is going to pick up some yardage by himself, but you've got to give him a start.
1st and 10 Michigan from their own 45-yard line. They trail at 7-0. 7:27 to go, first half, clock running. Davis Warren in a shotgun. Samaj Morgan in motion. They're going to swing it to him out of the backfield, and he slips and falls after he caught it. That's going to be a 3-yard loss. Samaj throw a little bit low, but just lost his footing.
Yeah, that ball's got to be on the mark. Jason, I'm sure you've been in that position before.
Yeah, when you're catching that wheel route, it has to be on target. If it's low, you're in trouble because the receiver can't adjust at that.
2nd down and 13 for Michigan from their own 42-yard line. Kalel Mullings continues in the backfield. 2 tight ends to the right. It's Bredesen and Colston Loveland. 2 receivers split wide left. Warren in a shotgun, has the snap, back to pass. Steps up in the pocket, and he's going to run 45, 50, and he's chopped down actually just shy of the 50 at the 49-yard line. Gets some of the yardage back and then some. 7 on the carry. Wayne Matthews took him down. It'll be 3rd and medium.
Well, Michigan's going to try and hustle the line of scrimmage, but since they substituted, they got to allow Michigan State time to get off the field.
3rd down and 7. Call it 6, actually. Ball at the 49-yard line. They have to get it across the Spartan 45. This is Colston territory, who's on the end of the left side of the line. Hand off to Kalel Mullings, and he's met at the 50 and dropped immediately. Gain of 1. I have a feeling they were thinking 2 plays to get these 6 yards.
Yeah, but you got to pick up more than a yard if you're going to do that.
Yep.
And I mentioned pad level. You got to have good pad level to be able to get movement up front. If you have a stalemate up front, or if you whiff and miss, as Josh Freed did on that one, there's no chance to get to the second level and try and get a block on a linebacker.
Tommy Doman standing on his own 35-yard line. Put his right foot into this one. And it'll come down, fair catch, signaled for and made at the 14 by Montori Foster. And that's where the Spartans will have it with 5:17 to go, first half, with Michigan State leading 7-0 here in Ann Arbor. 36 yards on that punt. We'll be back. Headquartered in Brighton with other convenient locations across the state, the Foguth Financial Group is the proud wealth management partner of Michigan Athletics. Visit FoguthFinancial.com to learn more. Foguth Financial Group, peace and purpose for your money. Let's go down to the field and Jason Avant. Jason?
When the offensive line got off the field that last possession, Coach Moore met them at the bench and lit into them. Hopefully it can ignite them to play better, but he was very emphatic and very angry.
Well, he was the O-line coach on back-to-back Joe Moore award-winning offensive lines. Childs under center, hands it off, and buried in the backfield is Nate Carter by Mason Graham. A 3-yard loss on first down, back to the Spartan 12-yard line.
Well, doing a little bit of what Michigan State has been doing to Michigan's offense. You got to get some penetration. Mason Graham does a great job of cutting across the face.
Wolverines bring an extra defensive back on the field. Brandon Hillman's out there. And Oeda comes off. 2nd down and 13 for Michigan State. They go 4 wide. Carter in the backfield to the left of Aiden Childs. Spartans lead at 7-0, 4:42 to go first half. Michigan showing a four-man front. They're going to bring a blitz with Barham. Quick firing to Marsh, who's got it at the 15, but he's immediately dropped by Jair Hill. There's a flag on the play, and Sharon has given the official there an earful. What is it?
Ineligible downfield.
Oh.
They'll take that one.
So you want 3rd down and 9, or do you back him up 5 more?
Ineligible player downfield. Offense, number 66. That penalty will be declined.
Huh. I might have backed him up a little bit more. I mean, 3rd and 9 hasn't been a great down for Michigan's defense.
So I kind of saw what's going on in the defensive backfield. We haven't seen Zeke very much, and Makari Page has come down to play the nickel position a lot.
Interesting. Football's at the 16-yard line. The Spartans have to get it across the 25. Can Michigan force a 3-and-out? Childs barking some commands. Play clock down to 5 in a shotgun. Just gets the snap off, inside handoff to Carter, and he bounces outside, 20, and chopped down. Ooh, just shy of the sticks at the 24-yard line.
Wesley Walker, that was a great open field tackle, forcing a punt. If he doesn't trip him up, he had nothing but green grass ahead of him.
Well, and he was the last defense against a first down. It would have been the second time the Spartans on 3rd and long handed it off for a first down, but they needed 9, they got 8.
Like John said, we've been missing tackles. Makari Page had him dead to rights right there and missed it.
Tyler Morris is deep for Michigan, standing on his own 23-yard line. Field the punt from Eckler. 4th and 1. Be wary of the fake here. Illinois burned Michigan last week. Eckley standing on his own 10. He's got the snap, and he will punt. Tyler Morris will get a chance to return this one from his 21. Makes the first man miss, now bounces outside, 25-30. Tyler Morris up the field across the 35, and the Wolverines will be set up with good field position. He's dropped at the 37-yard line, and that's where Michigan will take over with 2:58 to go first half.
We got a Spartan down on the field, and I really don't like the way that one looked. That was one of the gunners, and as he was coming down, it's like he just lost complete control. And
John, I thought it was a block in the back the way he went down.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way it originally looked, but you saw the same thing. Like, he came down, he was unblocked, and then all of a sudden lost control. I just think he couldn't stop. Something malfunctioned on the lower half. But for this Michigan offense, as they take the field, and I've been hard on the offensive line, but you've got to play with good pad level. You've got to be able to get good movement up front on some of those double teams. And this offense is designed perfectly to create double teams against the way Michigan State's defense is. They're going to give you a shade 3. They're going to give you an off 1. And you're able to get guards with double teams with center and guard and tackle on the backside. But if you're not getting movement, or if you're not staying square and you're not low enough, you can't get off on those linebackers, and it's all for naught.
The injured Spartan is the long snapper, Caden Schickel.
Oh, wow. He got down there fast.
Yeah.
That's a huge injury, though. A long snapper is a pretty important position.
You know what, Jason? I agree with you, and I'm glad to hear you say that. It has been 25 years since I've heard somebody say the long snapper is important.
John, of course, the long snapper on the 97 national championship team.
As
bad as this first half has been, Michigan gets the ball to start the second half. They've got it here. They only trail by 7 from their own 36-yard line. Snap, handoff, Donovan Edwards. Bounces outside to the right, gets a yard, maybe 2, before he's swarmed by a host of Spartan tacklers. Not much movement up front. That'll be 2nd down and long.
Well, that's a positive for this Michigan offensive line because it wasn't a lost yardage play. You actually gained 2 yards. There was a little bit of movement. Now, can they build upon that?
Michigan's got all 3 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute timeout. 2.5 minutes to go here. First half, clock running. Warren in a shotgun is going to look to the sidelines. Wolverines showing 4 wide. Donovan Edwards in the backfield. Warren puts Colston Loveland in motion. Little handoff to Edwards running right. Nope. It's A swing pass to Colston Loveland from Davis Warren, and he gets across the 40 to the 41-yard line, and it's tackled there. With 2:06 to go, it looks like Michigan will use a timeout.
For an offensive injury.
I believe that's Andrew Gentry.
We do have an injured Wolverine.
So we got Joe Taylor going to the locker room right now. Christian Boyven left the tent and went to the locker room, and now we have another down.
Well, those two players valuable on special teams, and of course Andrew Gentry got his first start last week at right tackle, and he is the injured Wolverine here. And Wolverines will be looking at a 3rd down and 5.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least it seems like it's 3rd and manageable.
Yeah.
And, I mean, on the last drive, they had been really bad on 1st down. 2nd and 11, 2nd and 13. And now, you know, in this one, at least they were able to pick up 2 yards on 1st down. So it gave them what felt like a manageable 2nd and 8, looking at 3rd and 5. You know, it's, again, you're always putting yourself in passing situations, because nothing of this run game makes me believe that they could pick up 5 yards if they hand the ball off to Khalil O'Donovan.
By the way, with that catch, Colston Loveland moves past Jeremy Tooman to number 3 on Michigan's all-time receiving list for the tight end spot.
And Gentry's headed toward the locker room.
Yeah, it looked like maybe his right ankle. I don't like the way he went down. I don't want to speculate, but that's an odd-looking injury as he's making his way up the tunnel.
Yeah, with only 2 minutes left, no point going to the sideline. See if you can get up there, see if you can get a wrap on it, whatever it might be, and maybe return. But Evan Link, who started the season, I'm sure will be the right.
Doug Karsh, John Jansen, Jason Avant down on the field. The 2-minute timeout of the first half. It's 7-0. It feels like it's 20-0, but the Wolverines actually have the football here on their own 41-yard line, facing this 3rd and 5. And how do you get 5 or more yards with an offense that really hasn't found its footing?
Well, I mean, Jason was talking at the break there. A nice slant route by a receiver. You know, somebody that can just stick their foot in the ground. But you're going to have to be accurate. You're going to have to throw a ball with some zip on it to fit it in there.
We've been running a bunch of crossing routes in order to get guys open. We got to depend on Colston Loveland to do a slant or out route right here in order to get open versus man.
Well, and not only that, but you've got to count on an offensive line, and Evan Lake's coming in. This could be his first snap to be able to pass protect, because that takes some time.
And Michigan State right now is showing press coverage across the board right here.
Colston's in a slot right on this 3rd down and 5. Warren in a shotgun. Claps his hands now, looks to the Michigan sideline. Samaj, a lot of cushion there on Samaj, you're right. Going back to pass. Rolling out to the right, looking, he's going to fire, and he's got Samaj for the first down.
I tell you what, that was a great job by Samaj, because at the top of that route, when he turned to come back down, he fell down, got back up. He refused to be denied. That was a great play, and great job by Davis Warren to buy in time.
Dropped at the 47-yard line, 1st and 10 Michigan. Davis back to pass, fires. He's got Peyton O'Leary at the 50, makes a man miss. 45-40, Peyton O'Leary steps out of bounds at the Spartan 38-yard line. And there's your possession receiver getting a first down.
And making a man miss.
Making a man miss, Jason.
Okay. I'm loving this. Come on. Receiver you right now, baby.
Okay, 38-yard line, 1st and 10 for Michigan, 1:41 to go first half. 4 wide for Davis Warren. Wolverines trail at 7-0. They'll look to the sideline. And they'll move Donovan Edwards from left to right in the backfield. 10 on the play clock. Davis ready to go. He's got the snap. Back to pass. Here comes the rush. Fires. He's got Colston Loveland at the 31-yard line, and he steps out of bounds at the Spartan 29-yard line. With 1:36 to go first half, a gain of 9.
What is this timing passing game that we've found here the last 3 plays?
I don't know when the last time we completed 2 passes to a receivers in a row.
Or 3 passes in a row?
They gave him 7 yards. They said he stepped out at the Spartan 31. 1:36 to go in the half. Wolverines have it at Michigan State's 31-yard line. Shotgun for Davis Warren. Claps his hands. Wolverines now change the play. Play clock down to 6. Two receivers split wide right, one to the left. Handoff, Donovan Edwards, first down, 30, 25, and he's dropped right there. Is Donovan Edwards moved the chains. Drop by Malik Spencer.
Stop the clock.
1st and 10, Michigan.
Sometimes it works opposite. You throw the ball in order to get the run game going.
1st and 10, Michigan from the Spartan 26-yard line. Warren with the snap, handoff to Donovan Edwards through a crease, and he gets dragged down from behind at the 22-yard line of Michigan State. And we're going to get a timeout with 1:16 to go.
Timeout, Michigan. Their first of the half. It'll be 30 seconds and late.
Well, the way this half is gone, with Michigan knocking on the door here, they can stick it into the end zone and take some momentum into the locker room, because this game, in spite of only being 7-0, feels like it was all Michigan State.
Well, it was all Michigan State. I mean, the time of possession is still lopsided by 10 minutes. Here's the thing. Michigan State is going with 3 defensive linemen right now, 4 linebackers, and so you may get a chance to break through. And like we've seen, Donovan Edwards there breaks through 4 or 5 yards, gets tackled by a linebacker. You've got to be patient. You've got to be okay with 4 and 5 yard pickups at this time if you're going to run the ball against the 3-down defense.
Davis Warren, first pass of the game was incomplete. He's completed 8 consecutive passes. 2nd down and 6 for the Wolverines from the Spartan 22-yard line. Wolverines with 2 receivers split to the short side of the field, 2 to the wide side of the field. Warren will bring Peyton O'Leary in motion. Takes the snap, toss sweep, Donovan Edwards, 25, 20, first down inside the 15 and knocked out of bounds at the Spartan 12-yard line. Spartans thinking pass, Wolverines go run. Move the chains for Michigan, 10 yards for Donovan Edwards.
C.J. Charleston had a great block out front, did a nice job of cutting down a defensive back and allowing the opportunity to get out there, and did a nice job of not getting called for holding.
They bring their 4-man front back.
Yep, coming out of the timeout.
1st and 10 for Michigan from the Spartan 11-yard line. Donovan Edwards continues in the backfield. 3 receivers split wide right. Now they motion Bredesen in to go tight end right. Marlon Klein in the ballgame, tight end left. Snap, handoff, Donovan Edwards hesitates, bounces outside, inside the 10, gets what he can down. Well, they're going to mark him at the 10. Anthony Jones on the stop, clock running with inside a minute to go now, 56 seconds to go.
Yeah, plenty of time for Michigan. Still has 2 timeouts. This is where you'd like to see a shot maybe in the end zone.
Colston Loveland back in the game. He'll line up tight end left. 42 seconds to go, clock running. 2nd down and 8 for Michigan from the Spartan 10-yard line. Davis Warren in a shotgun. Rolls out to his right, wide open in the end zone. It's Colston Loveland. He's got it for a touchdown. Davis Warren with his 3rd touchdown of the season, and the Wolverines are an extra point away from tying up this game with 29 seconds to go in the first half.
Well,
Scored a passing touchdown, baby.
How do you lose Colston Loveland?
Well, how you lose him is he started off on the right side and came all the way across. They did a nice job, a little play action in the backfield, getting those linebackers to bite up. And all of a sudden, Colston Loveland just sifts his way through to the back corner of the end zone, and a great delivery by Davis Warren.
Zavada on for the extra point out of the hold of Tommy Doman, and Tommy drops it. Picks it up back there, and he's going to fire it into the end zone, and the Spartans are going to intercept it, and the extra point is no good.
Had that same issue last week. Got to get the details fixed. It's always the little details. Snap, hold, kick. Last week it was a block. This week it cost you the ability to tie up. Now you've got some momentum because you scored, but you lost a little juice because you're still behind by 1.
That snap looked good.
It was just a bad hold.
We'll take a look at the replay here. Snapper's Will Wagner. Yeah, snap was good.
Yeah, right over the top of the hole.
A 10-yard touchdown pass to Colston Loveland, brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. 7-6, Spartans on top. Following the Wolverines, actually rather impressive drive to close out on their final possession, we assume, of the first half. 10 plays, 64 yards, over 2 minutes and 29 seconds.
And before that 3rd and 5 conversion, We were just hoping for, hey, let's get a first down. Nice to see him finally punch the ball in the end zone.
Tommy Doman will kick off. And a fair catch signaled for him made by Alante Brown at the Spartan goal line. And Michigan State will have it with 29 seconds to go in the first half. Now, just a reminder, of course, Michigan gets the ball to start the second half after winning the toss and deferring.
Yeah, they're going to get that chance to double dip.
Yeah, those long drives really help our defense because being down on the sideline, sometimes you can tell that the defense gets a little bit annoyed every now and again.
Oh, well, and they should. But here's the best thing about what this defense has done. They started off with those 2 long drives, but then it's 5 plays off the field, 9 yards. 3 plays off the field, 9 yards.
Spartans have 2 timeouts if they want to try and make something happen, and they got a great field goal kicker. And Nate Carter's going to get some room across the 35 out to the 38-yard line and move the chains. Good gain there, and the Spartans are going to take a timeout. Now they're going to stop the clock on the first down. They should take a timeout. They're not going to. Childs in a shotgun with Carter in the backfield from the 39-yard line. Takes the snap, back to pass. Bails out of there to the right. Josiah chasing after him, and he's got it. The ball's out. And Kenneth Grant bounces on it at the 34-yard line of Michigan State with 12 seconds to go in the first half. Josiah Stewart tracked down Aiden Childs. There's the turnover, and Michigan has a chance here to add to their 6-point total late in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, so here's the question. With 2 timeouts, Jason, 12 seconds left, do you just try and take a shot in the end zone, or do you just get a little bit closer so you could get a field goal and go into halftime up?
No, you're trying to get a first down. Try to get a first down so we can get a field goal.
Yep.
Hopefully our holder can get it down this time, but that's the goal there.
That's a gift, an absolute gift.
Well, Zavada's been good from this distance. In fact, he's got 4 kicks of more than 50 yards this season. That ties a Michigan career record.
Josiah Stewart's been playing unbelievable. One of the NFL scouts stopped me just to talk about him for a good 20 minutes.
With 14 seconds to go, they change the clock. Michigan has it at the Spartan 34-yard line. Davis Warren in a shotgun. Snap back to pass.
Donovan
Fires it to Donovan Edwards out of the backfield. 35-30. Donovan down the far sideline. Is going to run out of bounds inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. He wants a flag as he got chopped down late. There's 6 seconds to go in the half. And I don't think there's going to be time to run a play, or is there?
Well, no, I don't think so. I don't think you want to risk it. You got your 3 points. You can go in up at halftime.
Which is a remarkable turn of events given the way this first half has gone.
That was a late hit.
Yeah, the refs missed that one. I understand Donovan asking why he wasn't. He was clearly going out of bounds. He was on the white and got hit out there.
Oh, Zavada makes this field goal. It's, for the most part, inconsequential. And Jonathan Smith is going to use a timeout.
Michigan State, the second of the half.
Wolverine snapped and kicked it anyway.
He missed that.
Wow. They snapped and kicked it as the timeout came right before Wolverines were ready to execute. And Zavada missed it.
Now, you go through the process, and whether it goes in or not, it's irrelevant. The big thing is you got to give Dominic Zavada a chance to make the kick. It is snap, hold. They've got to be perfect. And you have dedicated long snappers. You've got a guy that's all they work on during practice. If he's not punting, he's catching extra points, field goals.
When I held at the NFL level, I always had a glove on my opposite hand.
Well, this will be a 37-yard attempt for Dominic Zavada out of the hold of Tommy Doman to give Michigan the lead here. Snap is good. Hold is good. The kick is up, and the kick is good. With 2 seconds to go in the first half, it feels somewhat miraculous. Michigan leads this football game.
It does. 162 yards of offense for Michigan State, only 116 for Michigan. Time of possession is 19 minutes and 29 seconds for Michigan State to only 10 minutes and 29 seconds for Michigan. I mean, Michigan State has dominated this first half, but I will say this. Other than those 2 drives to start the game for Michigan State, this Michigan defense has come up big time.
Wolverines lead at 9-7 here. Then we'll kick off to Alante Brown. Tommy Doman will be the man that kicks off here. Total yards, as you mentioned, 162 to 116, but I would bet that most of those 162 came on the first two drives, as you mentioned. 130 of the 162. Fair catch signaled for by Brown inside the 5, and the Spartans will have it at the 25-yard line. That field goal was brought to you by Citgo, top-tier Tri-Clean gasoline. Michigan fans, when you start with Citgo, you're good to go.
Well, both teams have had one touchdown drive, and Michigan State obviously had a drive to start the game that ended in a missed field goal, a little chip shot. But what did we say was going to be the difference in this game? It's certainly been the difference in the first half. It has been a turnover margin. You can lose the time of possession, you can lose the yardage battle, but if you win the turnover possession, you give yourself the best chance to win the game.
Childs will take a knee, and we'll go to the locker room as the two teams will head up the Lloyd Carr Tunnel, with Michigan leading 9-7 here at the break. What a weird first half.
I mean, I don't know what to say other than, phew.
Michigan leading at 9-7 here as we get set for the second half. And John, Wolverines get a drive right before the half, and it feels like one of the huge breaks of this game is Nathan Carter goes 14 yards on the first play of a drive where the Spartans are probably willing to run out the clock and take a 7-6 lead to the half. And now, because they got some yardage, they tried to go for it, and a strip sack by Josiah Stewart of Aiden Childs gets Michigan a field goal right before halftime.
Yeah, they wanted to take a shot downfield, and I have no idea what was going through Aiden Childs' mind, because when you line up, you know that Josiah Stewart's on the left. At some point, the reason that you are on the run is because you got pushed out of the pocket. He knows he's being chased, and in the scouting report, you know probably the fastest defensive lineman is Josiah Stewart. He's the one that makes the sack, the fumble, and Kenneth Grant falls on it. But everybody's trying to figure out, okay, how are they winning this game? And here's the reason. No penalties in the first half for Michigan. No turnovers in the first half for Michigan. One incompletion by Davis Warren. They are making the least amount of mistakes.
Jonathan Kim's kickoff sails into the end zone, and the Wolverines down it there. They'll take over at the 25. Let's get the halftime thoughts of Sharon Moore, brought to you by Founders.
Yeah, the offense train up front, sustain your blocks. Let's bring the energy for this 30 minutes. For the defense, no extra yards after the catch. Remember to stay on your assignment, and let's force some more turnovers. And finally, play your best 30 minutes of football.
Welcome back, brought to you by Founders Brewing Company. It's not a Michigan game day without a Michigan-made beer. Founders Brewing Company, proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. Welcome to Kraft. From the 25-yard line, it's Davis Warren in a shotgun with Kalel Mullings in the backfield. 1st and 10 Michigan, first play of the second half. They're going to roll Davis Warren outright and fire behind Tyler Morris, incomplete. Had him open on a little waggle, misdirection, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, had some green grass in front of him, and hey, you're forcing that edge to make a decision. Do I stay with Tyler Morris, or do I come up and put pressure on Davis Warren? He got caught in the middle, and if that ball is just on the money, there's some green grass for Tyler Morris.
Those are the easy throws we have to make right there.
His first incompletion since his first pass of the game. Davis now 10 of 12 for 79 yards and a touchdown. He's in a shotgun here on 2nd down and 10. Snap, handoff, Kalel Mullings. Not much room as he fights forward to the 27-yard line and is dropped there by Cal Holliday, the Spartan linebacker. It'll be 3rd and long.
And that's the difficulty of having no gain on first down. Now you're sitting here, you put yourself in position to be 3rd and 8.
Wolverines go 3 wide to the right. That's the wide side of the field. 1 to the left. That's Peyton O'Leary, who made a play in the first half. And a good one on that next to last drive Michigan had, the touchdown drive. 3rd down and 8. Warren in a shotgun. Takes the snap. Back to pass. Looking. Fires. And he's got Samaj for the first down at the 37-yard line. Move the chains for the Wolverines. Angelo Gross in coverage. Drops Samaj Morgan right there. Good throw from Davis Warren, and Samaj for the second time moves the chains on 3rd down.
Something to build on there in the passing game. It was really good protection. Plenty of time for Davis Warren. He saw the field completely, went through his reads, and was able to find Samaj.
Alex Orji in at quarterback as Michigan has it at their own 36-yard line. Just underway, second half, 9-7 Wolverines. Orji puts Kalel Mullings in motion, and they're going to go quarterback run. Orji trying to bounce it outside, and he does. 40, 45, 50. Alex Orji down the far sideline. 40, knocked out of bounds on the far side, inside the Spartan 35. Move the chains, and Michigan on this first drive of the second half is knocking on the door.
Alex Orji almost a little bit too quick to hit the line of scrimmage. A little bit of patience right behind Giovanni El-Hadi, and then, hey, just bounce it outside, nothing inside. When you have an athlete like that that's carrying the ball, I don't care if it's running back or quarterback, you're at a huge advantage.
29 yards for Alex Orji, and Michigan's got it at the 35-yard line.
John, we're one cup block away from Samaj right there.
Yeah, if we could just get those receivers downfield.
Davis Warren back in at quarterback. 1st and 10 from the Spartan 35-yard line. Wolverines are going to go flea flicker. Davis back to pass, looking for Tyler Morris, and he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Oh, look at that. Tyler Morris pulls that in between a pair of Spartan defenders, and it's marked at the 12.
Starting to build on the confidence. We've seen that flea flicker a couple of times. We saw it once with Alex Orji when nothing was there, and he picked it up, and he tried to pick it up with his feet, and he did. This time, Davis Warren, nice ball on a corner route, and it's just over top of the corner. Great route, great completion.
Wolverines break the huddle, and they've got no quarterback. Now they're going to shift Samaj Morgan into quarterback. Alex Orji split out wide left. And they're going to go Samaj running left, fake a handoff to Orji. Samaj inside the 5 and knocked out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Creative play there, and Michigan has it 2nd and short inside the Spartan 5, a gain of 7.
Hey, sometimes when things aren't going well, obviously on this drive they are, but trying to generate something on offense, you give a defense a look that they've never seen before, and they're just confused at the start of that play as to what's going to happen.
2nd down and 3 from the Spartan 5. Davis Warren back in. Kalel Mullings in the backfield. Claps his hands, takes the snap. Handoff Kalel. Up the middle, not much room. He pushes forward close to the marker. And it looks like he's going to be about a yard short of a 1st down.
Yeah, it's really tough to gain yards in between the guards.
Wolverine's going to go fast here. Kalel continues in the backfield. 3rd down and 1 for Michigan from the Spartan 4-yard line. Call 3rd and 2. Snap, handoff. Kalel up the middle, and he's got the 1st down inside the 2 as he pushes towards the goal line, and they're going to mark him short at the 1-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal, Michigan, leading 9-7 here early 3rd quarter.
Well, that's the push that this Michigan offensive line has been looking for. 3rd and 2, you remove that defensive line, and you give your running back, Kalel Mullins, the chance to get to the line of scrimmage before there's any contact. And we know that Kalel, he's just going to keep his feet moving until he picks up that 1st.
Jeff Percy checks into the game as the Wolverines go extra offensive lineman here. I formation. Bredesen ahead of Kalel Mullins from the 1. Davis will take a snap from under center. Handoff Kalel running left, and he's not going to get there. Stacked up by the Spartans. Might have even lost some yardage.
Yeah, I think Kalel should have bumped that one just a little bit wider. Max Bredesen is the lead blocker on this one, as he is on almost every run. If Kalel just is outside a little bit and follows Max, he might end up in the end zone. Just got a little bit tight on that one.
You know who's here tonight and was really good in these situations was Blake Corum.
Yes.
I formation again. Bredesen at fullback, Kalel Mullings deep. Under center is Davis Warren. Takes the snap. Fake. Back to pass. Looking, he's going to fire a jump ball to the corner of the end zone, looking for Colston Loveland, incomplete. Overthrew him, well covered there. The Spartans weren't fooled, and it's 3rd and goal from the 2.
Well, he held Colston the whole time. I'm trying to figure out why is that not defensive holding.
And Alex Orji comes in. Davis Warren goes out on this critical 3rd down play.
Well, we've seen Alex Orji make good decisions inside the 5-yard line. What was the term that I think it was against USC? It was nail it or sail it when he was throwing the ball.
Spartans substitute late, and the Wolverines now line up. Orji in a shotgun. 3rd down and 2. Takes the snap. Running right. Turns upfield. Alex Orji to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. and Michigan extends its lead to 15-7 here at the Big House. Khalil Mullings leading Alex Orji into the end zone. Give him an assist. And Michigan, with an opening drive of the third quarter, extends its lead.
Wow, what a nice look on the entire drive. Accurate passing by Davis Warren, except for that very first one. And if I tell you what, if you're going to miss your first pass of the game, the first pass of the second half, and it leads to touchdowns, I'll take it.
On for the extra point is Dominic Zavada. Snap is good, hold is good, and the kick is good. And Michigan's lead now is 16-7. Opening drive of the third quarter, 11 plays, 75 yards. An Alex Orji 2-yard touchdown run gives Michigan the lead. That Wolverine touchdown brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. 9:49 to go third quarter. This is Michigan football from Learfield. Doug Karsh, John Jansen, Jason DeBach down on the field. Michigan leading 16-7 here at the Big House, following a very impressive drive to start the second half. And how about these numbers? They wanted to get Alex Orji involved. He had a 29-yard run on that possession and then a 2-yard touchdown run on a critical 3rd and 2. Davis Warren, 12 of 15 for 111 yards and a touchdown. And the Wolverines finally threw the ball downfield, John, on the flea flicker.
I know.
Jason?
Well, it was 3rd and 8. They found Samaj Morgan, and then the flea flicker. There was a lot of creativity in that drive. I'm not sure what to make of it.
What type of explosion did we walk ourselves into this half?
Well, the Wolverines hadn't done much of anything, and then late in the first half, they get a touchdown drive, then the field goal, now another touchdown, and for the second time this year, Michigan has scored on 3 consecutive possessions.
Yeah, we had 2 explosive plays in one drive. That's unheard of for us this year.
Tommy Doman will kick off with Michigan leading 16-7. Alante Brown standing on his own goal line. As Doman launches this one, Brown will have a chance to return it if he chooses, and he does from the 4, and he signaled for a fair catch, and the refs blow it dead. I didn't see the signal, but they'll bring it out to the 25-yard line.
Well, Doug, I know you talked about this beginning of the season where, hey, the defense has to step up and hold serve until the offense finds a rhythm. And in this game, the defense wasn't great when they came out in those first 2 drives, but they did enough to give offense time to find a little bit of rhythm. And now as a play caller from Kurt Campbell to this offense, we're starting to – they're giving them the ball.
Oh, they're going to say, what are they doing? What? They're giving them the ball at the 5?
What he called?
Somebody else signaled for the fair catch. That's why Alante Brown fielded it, and another player signaled for the fair catch, so the Spartans get it at the spot where he caught it. I've seen that once before from their own 5-yard line. It's Childs out of the end zone fighting his tight end, Velling across the 10, out to close to a first down at the 19-yard line. They'll mark him just short.
This is where the Michigan defense needs to create pressure on Aiden Childs. Can't let him stand back there and throw the ball. He's already got that in the back of his mind about the fumble that cost him 3 points. They go into halftime. They make some adjustments. You got to find a way to get up in his grill.
2nd down and 1 for Michigan State. Wolverines showing blitz. Childs turns, hands it off to Carter, spins out of 1 tackle, then gets under another and gets the first down. Mason Graham is upset with himself. He spun out of the tackle of a blitzer and then snuck under Mason Graham's tackle. It's Carter out to the 18-yard line where he has dropped for a first down.
Well, that was Zeke Berry that came in like a bullet, and that's the one that should be most upset. He had him dead to rights and just blew right past him. Got to come in under control. You're in position to make a play, and you got to finish it.
8:45 to go third quarter. Michigan leading 16-7. Childs under center with Carter deep. Wolverines showing a 5-man front. Childs, quick pass, and it's caught out there by Foster, and he's flung to the ground. And the ball comes out, but are they going to say down or are they going to say out of bounds? Either way, it'll be Michigan State football. Quick pass to Foster, and it's Jair Hill who brings him down a gain of 6. Unfortunately, Jair met him at about the line of scrimmage, but as he tackled him, he threw him forward.
Yep. Well, I just like the fact that there's an open field tackle. He's all alone over there, and he knows it. He can't let him go by any means.
2nd down and 4 for Michigan State. Childs in a shotgun with Carter in the backfield. They go toss to Carter running left, and the Wolverines string it out and knock him out of bounds at the 25-yard line for a gain of 1 on second down.
I'll tell you what, I know Jason mentioned this earlier, but they're playing Makari Page up in the line of scrimmage a lot more today than they have. He does, a great job of attacking the edge there, but then spins out as he sees that play is going to be strung out a little bit more. That's a great athletic move by Makari Page.
They mark the ball at the 24-yard line. This is a 3rd down and 4 for Michigan State. Their first drive of the second half, they trail by 9. Childs in a shotgun. Wolverines crowding the line of scrimmage. Lynch Adams in the backfield, back to pass. Aiden Childs lets it go. He's got a man downfield, and it's caught near the 50. Zeke Berry in coverage takes down Foster in Michigan territory at the Wolverine 46-yard line. Man coverage. Childs threw it up, and his guy made a play. Gain of 30.
That was an all-out blitz right there, John. We were lucky.
We were lucky. I mean, there's no help on the backside, but Aiden Childs was lucky as well because he let go of that ball right as Jay Sean Barham was going to hit him right in the back.
Spartans have it now at the Michigan 46-yard line. 6:45 to go, third quarter. Childs under center. Bunch formation to the left. They're going to go toss sweep to Nate Carter, who's going to keep it 50 and hesitates inside the 45 and knocked out of bounds. They fake the reverse, and Carter gets close to first down yardage on a sweep left.
Yeah, all Carter did as he was coming around was fake that pitch. Michigan bit on the fake, and it gave him just the little bit of time he needed to get to the edge.
Good for the first down to the Michigan 35-yard line. Lynch Adams checks in. Nate Carter checks out. Spartans started this drive on their own 4. They're down to the Michigan 35-yard line. Wolverines showing a 5-man front here on 1st and 10. Childs turns, hands it off to Lynch Adams, hesitates and bounces outside to the right. Gets dragged to the ground at the 30-yard line of the Wolverines, a gain of 5.
I think it was Eno Etta that first got a hit on him at the line of scrimmage, was spun him around a little bit.
It was indeed Etta.
But this is, the key to this Michigan State offense is they've been able to gain yardage on first down. They always seem to be looking at second medium, 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5, somewhere around there.
Second down and call it 5 for the Spartans. Childs under center. Barks some commands to his teammates. Takes the snap, hands it off. Carter in the backfield gets past one tackler and scoots forward down to the 26-yard line where TJ Guy brings him down. Gain of 3. It's going to be 3rd and short.
It looks like it's actually about, 3rd and maybe a yard, maybe just under a yard. Got to find a way to get off the field. This game, as you mentioned, the drive started at the 4. You let them out of a really dangerous situation. Now they're in field goal range. You got to find a way to force them to kick a field goal here. Don't let them get any closer.
Spartans with everybody jammed in tight on this 3rd down and 1. Childs under center. Barks some commands to his teammate. Play clock's at 3. They get the snap off. Turns and hands it to Carter. He's met in the backfield by big Kenneth Grant. He'll lose a couple as he's dropped right there. And Michigan's defense gets the stop, and the Spartans will send on the field goal unit.
When you have to have a play made defensively in a running situation, you're looking for 2 guys, Kenneth Grant, Mason Graham. Kenneth Grant manhandled his guard, discarded him, and got in the backfield. That play had nowhere to go.
This will be a 46-yard attempt by Jonathan Kim, who's 0 for 1 today. This is well within his range. He was good beyond 60 in pregame warmups. And a pressure kick here with the Spartans trailing 16-7. Snap is good. It's put down. The kick is on its way, and the kick is good. Michigan State gets a field goal on their first possession of the second half after Michigan got a touchdown. The Wolverines leading it 16-10 with 3:45 to go here, third quarter. This is Michigan football from Learfield. John Jansen. Quick question. Donovan Edwards has a dog. That dog's name is?
Gosh, he told me this.
I know. Zora.
Zora, that's right, yeah.
Kenneth Grant, who just had that big stop on 3rd down, told us this week that he had a dog. Didn't know what Donovan's dog was named. Named his dog Zora.
where are they getting this name from?
Yeah, Lieutenant said he had no idea. He found out later.
I thought you were going to say he named his dog Dono.
This is a two Zora team.
That's crazy.
It is. Zora was proud of Kenneth there on that 3rd and 1. Spartans will kick off with Michigan leading 16-10 with 3:45 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And the Spartans go onside, and the Wolverines have got it inside their own territory at the 48-yard line. Spartans saying they got it, but I thought I saw a Wolverine fall on top of it. They're peeling people off.
Yep.
Indeed, it's Michigan football, so Jonathan Smith rolls the dice, and Michigan's going to have great field position as Jonathan Kim's kick.
Well, and
little squibber. It was one of those ones where you try and recover it yourself. It was Tavi Dunlap who fell on the football.
Well, and nice job by Michigan special teams there, recognizing a unique start for
Offside. Kicking team. 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the kick.
Wow.
First down, Michigan.
Well, there you go. Now the Wolverines will take over in Spartan territory at the 47.
So they lined up different than they had before. So instantly your antenna goes up. And, all 10 guys that were not kickers were stacked up 5 and 5, and with a lead and a trailer. That instantly has got to make you think, hey, something is coming.
Wolverines will have the football with 3:43 to go, 3rd quarter, leading 16-10. When we continue, this is Michigan football from Learfield. Doug Karsh, John Jansen, and let's go down to the field to Jason Avant with the Wolverines leading 16-10 here, late 3rd quarter.
Yeah, so Alex Orji and Davis Warren have such a special brotherhood. When Alex Orji scored that last touchdown, Davis Warren came over and gave him the hardest handshake I've seen all day. And those guys were hyped together. I'm pretty sure they kind of bond together because they have been hearing all the noise.
Well, Davis has this possession as the Wolverines have it at the Spartan 47-yard line, 1st and 10, following the failed onside kick. And the Wolverines will go sweep right with Donovan Edwards, no room, and he'll run out of bounds right in front of the Michigan bench. Maybe give him a yard.
Well, I mean, again, you got to find a way to get hands on linebackers. But I tell you what, Colston Loveland, if you're wondering if he's a good run blocker, he just took that edge defender, number 8, Anthony Jones, 10 yards downfield and dumped him on the back of his head. Got to love to see that.
Don't forget, Zavada has a huge leg. They need probably a 1st down to be in comfortable field goal territory. It's 2nd down and 10. They did not give him a yard from the Spartan 47-yard line. Davis Warren in a shotgun, claps his hands, takes the snap. Inside handoff, Donovan Edwards, and he'll get down to the 46. This time he does get a yard, and it's going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of gambling here, putting Davis Warren into these 3rd and long situations.
John, we got a 3rd down threat now, Samaj Morgan.
We got a 3rd down threat of an actual passing game, and nobody right now is on. Was that Colston or Peyton O'Leary at the top there? They finally covered him up.
Got man coverage here on Colston to the near side. On this 3rd down and 9, 2:24 to go, 3rd quarter. Michigan up 16-10 from the Spartan 46-yard line. Davis Warren in a shotgun. Claps his hands, takes the snap, back to pass. Blitz coming, fires over the middle. Oh, Colston dropped it. The official was in the way. Yeah. Colston couldn't see it. The official ducked out of the way, and you could tell some bad luck there, and the Wolverines are going to be forced to punt.
That's the worst right there, when the ump is in your way, because he's always trying to scramble to get in position, but over the middle is tough.
I mean, Colston will beat himself up about it, but we saw the replay. It was right at the umpire, and
yeah,
give him a PBU.
Wow, that's a tough one. That's a tough break, too, because Colston probably would have picked up the 1st down.
Foster standing inside his own 10 to field this punt from Tommy Doman, who puts it straight up the elevator shaft. Foster will signal for a fair catch and make it at the 13-yard line. Opportunity missed there for the Michigan offense. Michigan defense, meanwhile, has a 6-point lead here to defend with 2:06 to go, 3rd quarter, following the 33-yard punt. Disappointing there is an opportunity to capitalize on the recovered onside kick. Goes awry, and the Wolverines punt it back to Michigan State.
The ump in that situation normally bends down once he gets in position. For some reason, he's standing straight up. that annoys me so bad right now.
Well, yeah, it's annoying because it could have been a conversion. It wasn't, and here's the thing. Jonathan Smith took the chance on the onside kick. Michigan had good field position, didn't do anything with it, but it does pin Michigan State back inside the 20. So now they've got to rely on their offense. The rushing game has been there, 141 yards for Michigan State. And so the task for Michigan right now is to find a way to stop that rushing attack.
Aiden Childs for Michigan State, 8 of 10 for 86 yards. Nate Carter, the leading rusher for the Spartans, 15 carries, 93 yards. Only one running back has gone for 100 yards against Michigan this year. It was Woody Marks of USC who went for exactly 100 yards.
No, but here's the thing. You've got to be able to stop the run, but I do think Michigan State continues to open up the passing game. They had that one long pass there to Foster, who was, they brought an all-out blitz, weren't able to get home, and made that big completion downfield. So look for Michigan State to open up the offense even a little bit more.
Childs in a shotgun from his own 18-yard line, and we get a whistle and a flag, and it looks like the Spartans jumped.
False start. Offense number 82. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Well, that will only bring out more from this Michigan crowd. Back them up 5. First and 15.
Well, again, keep backing them up as far as you can in the end zone there.
Ball's on the Spartan 8-yard line.
Now, this is an opportunity for this Michigan defense. I know that Wink likes to be aggressive, but you got to trust your front that you can be able to get home. We've seen big plays by both Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant. You've got to trust that those guys are going to win some one-on-one battles.
Childs in a shotgun, empty backfield. 3 receivers split wide right, 2 to the left. Childs takes the snap, back to pass, looking. Nobody to go to. Now he fires underneath. He's got his tight end at the 14-yard line, and he's chopped down right there by Jimmy Rolder. That was Brennan Parachek, the Dexter native. Give him 6 yards.
They dropped everybody back. Derek Moore, who was playing the right defensive end, rushed inside. That allowed Aiden Childs to get out, get a clean view of the field, and be able to find his receiver. Now, they were trying to keep everything in front of them. I expect the secondary to be a little bit more aggressive here now on 2nd and 8.
Lone running back is Lynch Adams. Childs will take this snap from under center. Wolverine showing a 4-man front. Snap. Childs, play action, fires, wide receiver screen. He's got Brown, who's met, and it's Jaden Hood, I believe, that brings him down at the 18-yard line. That was actually Nick Marsh, not Alante Brown. It'll be 3rd down and medium for the Spartans. Big play here with 1:05 to go, 3rd quarter, and Michigan leading 16-10.
Got to get off the field on 3rd down. Now you've done your job. You put him in 3rd and long. This is the opportunity to take advantage of that bad field position you put him in.
Yeah, Hausman and Barham have been on the sideline this series.
Watch the draw play. 3rd down and 5 for Michigan State. Back to pass is Childs, looking to the right, fires, incomplete. He overthrows his wide receiver as he was looking for Isaiah Johnson. Zeke Berry in coverage, and the Spartans go 3 and out.
This is an opportunity for Samaj. Hopefully he gets an opportunity to return this one. I'd like to see him with the ball in his hands. See if we can't get a big play here. Get it back to the 50-yard line at a minimum. See if we can't take one to the house.
Yeah, only fair catch it if the guy isn't within 10 yards when you're about to make that decision.
Eckley will punt. Standing inside his own 5-yard line. Samaj standing on his own 30. Remember, their long snapper is out. Good snap, good punt. Samaj will field it at his own 32. Running right, punts upfield, 35. Tries to get to the sideline to the 40, and he's knocked out of bounds right there. And Samaj Morgan gives the Wolverines decent field position with 38 seconds to go, 3rd quarter, 49-yard punt.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing about that was he caught it, about the 30-yard line?
32, 33, yeah.
Yeah, he picks up 8-9 yards. Now all of a sudden, that's one less first down that this offense has to pick up. And the key for the offense here coming out, you've got to be productive on first down. Don't have a lost yardage play. You got to be able to get 3 or 4 out of first down here.
Alex Orji in. They've got a Alex Orji package, and he has been very effective today. From the 40-yard line, Orji in a shotgun, takes the snap. Going to go quarterback keeper running right. Spins out of one tackle, fights forward for a couple yards. Now they push the pile. Give him 2.5 there. And what will likely be the final play of the third quarter.
Felt like he was feeling that one out just a little bit. Felt like there was a cutback lane there that he could have taken just a little bit earlier. But we'll take that 2-yard pickup. Boy, they're giving him 3 on that one. We'll take 3 yards.
I'm sure they have a play-action pass off of this.
The final play of quarter number 3. Michigan leading it 16-10 from here at the Big House in the battle for Paul Bunyan. We'll go to the fourth quarter next. Well, guys, I wouldn't exactly call it an explosive Michigan passing attack, but effective. 12 of 16 is Davis Warren for 111 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. They did get the ball downfield there to Tyler Morris.
Well, it's been the most effective, or let's just say the most efficient passing game that we've seen really to this point this year. And I mean, at one point, Davis Warren coming out of the first half was 10 of 11. Started off with that first incompletion in the second half, then was able to go down and put the ball in the end zone. So we need to get back to that drive. And it was the creativity of not having a quarterback lined up. You put Samaj in there. We saw the flea flicker. There's got to be more tricks in the bag that they can go to. But the key is, and I kind of think, for me, the most disappointing thing is the fact that Michigan's offensive line has not been able to get consistent push up front.
Well, Kalel Mullings has 9 carries for 12 yards with a long of 6.
Yeah. John, the offense got going when they started to open it up a little bit more, and then they were able to get back to the running game. It just seems like Michigan State is committed to stopping the run.
There was some sort of penalty called here, and Michigan is getting the football at the State 42, 1st and 10. We missed what the call was. We're taking a look. Was it an illegal hands to the face? Oh, targeting. It was a targeting call. Wow. Michigan's got it now in Michigan State territory, 1st and 10 at the 42. We didn't even know they were reviewing anything.
No, Jordan Turner's ejected.
Wow.
Linebacker Jordan Turner.
He's their starting middle linebacker. So the Spartans will be without him the rest of the way. That's a huge call.
Hold on, wait. I may have the guy wrong. Hold on.
All right.
No, that's who they called it on.
Am I looking at a number 7 on the field, though?
It is Jordan Turner. Yep, he is disqualified. So Michigan has it at the Spartan 42-yard line. Leading 16-10 here, fourth quarter. Wolverines now going right to left into the student section. Davis Warren in a shotgun. Back to pass, looking downfield. Fires over the middle, and it's too low and incomplete. Looking for Max Bredesen inside the 30. That's a big ask for Max to go down and scoop that one off the turf. Incomplete.
That sounded questionable there, Doug.
the downfield passing attack. 14 yards down the field from Max Bredesen, their fullback. But it was there. It's just the ball was a little bit low.
2nd and 10. Kalel in the backfield. Alex Orji in at quarterback. Now they put Kalel in motion. And they're going to run Orji right. 40, puts his head down and gets forward to close to the 35-yard line. A good gain there for Alex Orji, setting up a 3rd and short.
You know, the thing about Alex Orji, when he turns the quarter, he turns it with speed and power. And he puts his shoulder down. He's not scared to take a hit. He's willing to deliver a blow. And the fact that he's got such good balance, he kind of ricochets off some guys and still able to pick up some yardage. And he went from a 2nd and 10 to now a 3rd and 3, very manageable.
Ball's on the Spartan 35-yard line. They're within Dominic Savata field goal range, but could be 4-down territory here. Wolverines lead by 6. Kalel in the backfield. Snap. Back to pass. It is Davis Warren. Fires, and he's got his man, Kendrick Bell, inside the 25, down to the Spartan 23-yard line. Nakai Martinez brings him down, but it's a 1st down for Michigan.
Right before the snap, they put Marlon Klein in motion, and he goes wide to the right and then runs a wheel route down the sideline. That clears that side of the defense out, leaving a nice void for Kendrick Bell to fill.
Gain of 12 on 3rd down and 3.
Good job by Bell settling in the zone.
Yep.
Pistol formation, Davis Warren in a shotgun. Donovan Edwards deep. Two receivers split to the left. Colston Loveland to the right. Toss sweep. Dono running right. He's going to fire. He's got a man at the goal line. Caught. Touchdown. Colston Loveland from Donovan Edwards. And Michigan makes it 22-10.
Well, we asked if they had any more tricks in the bag. And there it is. Donovan with his, second touchdown pass. The first one came in the Big Ten championship game against Iowa.
And the Wolverines are going to go for two. We've had this discussion off air.
Yeah, they got to go up 2 touchdowns. That missed extra point has really cost them. So they're going to line up. They're going to go for 2 instead of making it 23-10. They're going to try and make it a 2 full touchdown lead.
Ball be spotted on the left hash. Michigan leading 22-10 following the Donovan Edwards touchdown pass to Colston Loveland. Davis Warren in a shotgun. 2 receivers split to either side. Dono in the backfield. They motion Colston Loveland from left to right. Snap, looking left, firing. Caught! Touchdown! 2-point conversion to Colston Loveland, and Michigan extends its lead to 24-10.
Okay, Kirk Campbell with the Texas route. Fake the flat, come back inside. I love it.
What a drive there for Michigan to take a 2-touchdown lead here with 13:20 to go in the ballgame.
Hey, John, they reached way in the glove compartment for those plays. I don't know how many more we got left.
Hey, keep them coming.
24-10, Michigan on top of Michigan State, 13:20 to go in the ballgame. It's time to spotlight today's best in the game, brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to be with the Wolverines. We'll get to that in a moment as Tommy Doman kicks off, and it'll come down fair caught by Alante Brown at his own 6. So far, the best in the game. What would you say, John?
You know, I mean, the defense really stiffened up after those first 2 drives. I would lean there, but I don't know when we're going to have a chance to talk about a quarterback again. And maybe the quarterback combo of Davis Warren, 13 of 18 through the air. And the biggest thing is no interceptions. We know how costly that fumble was for Michigan State before halftime. Protecting the football is job number 1 for the quarterback. Davis Warren has done it. And then you throw in at the quarterback position what Alex Orji has been able to do on the ground, 4 carries, 41 attempts. I'm going to go the quarterback position.
From the 25-yard line, Childs will take a snap from under center. Play action, back to pass. Here comes the rush. Goes screen pass to Velling. He's got some room to the 30 and dragged down from behind by Jayshawn Barham at the 32-yard line. A gain of 7 on first down. Could have been more.
It could have been more. Brandon Hillman was out in front. He took on an offensive lineman. I'd like to see him either chop that offensive lineman down, but what he did was he didn't allow for the receiver to figure out, do I want to cut it inside, outside? There was really no decision to make because the big boy was right in his way.
From the 34-yard line, they give him 9 yards there. 2nd down and 1. Lynch Adams in the backfield. Watch the deep shot here. Childs turns, hands it off to Lynch Adams. He's going to bounce it to the right, get the first down across the 35 out to the 37. Clock running, 12.5 to go in the ball game. 24-10 Michigan.
Boy, Enoeta is just so close to making a TFL there. He was trying to shed the block, trying to get off the block, and just was able to get a hand on the running back, but wasn't able to bring him down.
Ball at the 38-yard line of the Spartans. They've got it 1st and 10, down 2 touchdowns. Childs under center. Lynch Adams in the backfield. 2 receivers split to the left, 1 to the right. Wolverines showing a 4-man front. Snap. Handoff, Lynch Adams running right, and he's hemmed in, and Jayshawn Barham will knock him backwards, and they'll blow the play dead for a short loss on first down.
Jayshawn Barham did a tremendous job of attacking the line of scrimmage on the snap of the ball and beat Brandon Baldwin. I mean, that was just a thing of beauty. He timed it up perfect, cut right across his face, and got into the backfield.
2nd down for the Spartans. 2nd and long. Childs in a shotgun. Surveys the Michigan defense. Takes the snap. Wolverines bring a blitz. Childs fires on a slant. It's batted away by Jair Hill and almost intercepted as Childs was looking for Nick Marsh, and Jair jumped the route and gets a PBU to set up 3rd and long.
Well, great job by Jair Hill there of trying to jump in front. Had both hands, sold out for it, and if Nick Marsh doesn't grab his jersey, he probably catches that ball off the tip and takes it to the house.
Huge play here. The Wolverines can force a punt. They'll have the football and a 2-touchdown lead. Spartans have been decent on 3rd down, especially 3rd and long. Michigan showing a 3-man front. Childs, snap, handoff to Carter, running left, and he's got the 1st down into Michigan territory. Wow. They do it again. That's the 3rd time.
Well, they're lining up Mason Graham as a defensive end. They brought him around. He's just not able to get there in time. They brought him down the line of scrimmage behind the defensive line, and there's just not enough time to get there. I'm fine with going 3 down, but I'd much rather have Mason Graham inside versus being an edge defender.
14 yards on that 3rd down and 10 for Carter, who's now got 107 on the ball game, the most against Michigan this year. From the Michigan 48-yard line, Childs in a shotgun, takes the snap, pump fake. Now he's going to fire to Alante Brown. Makes a man miss to the 45, down to the 43-yard line. A good gain there on a play that looked hemmed in.
Yeah, that was Ernest Hausman. He just got a little straight-legged there and couldn't make the play out in space.
Spartans go quickly to the line of scrimmage. Childs in a shotgun. Snap. Hand off to Carter. Up the middle to the 40. Down to the 36-yard line. And with 10 minutes to go in the ball game, 7-yard gain for Nate Carter. And they've got it down to the Michigan 36-yard line. Wolverines on top 24-10. Brandon Hillman on that stop.
Yeah, and it's been the rushing attack for Michigan State. And I'm curious as to when they're deciding to go hurry up or huddle up, because time is of the essence for them. They need a minimum of 2 possessions to be able to tie this game up.
9.5 to go. Spartans from the Wolverine 36, 1st and 10. Carter in the backfield. Childs in a shotgun. 4-man front for Michigan. Childs takes the snap. Back to pass. Fires it to Velling, his tight end. 30, down to the 28-yard line. Velling down to the Wolverine 28, where it'll be 2nd down and short, a gain of 8 on 1st down.
Well, they had Jayshon Barnum was lined up on the slot receiver.
Wolverines wholesale substitutions defensively on this 2nd down and 2. Snap, handoff to Carter. Tries to bounce it outside, and he won't get anything as the Wolverines bury him at the line of scrimmage. Kenneth Grant in there on the stop. Also TJ Guy. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for Michigan State.
Well, maybe this is just a situation where Michigan just can't find a way to get off the field on 3rd and 9 or 3rd and 10, but 3rd and short, they've been really good.
Spartans on 3rd down in this game, 5 of 11. Had a 3rd and 1 earlier in this half, and Wolverines dropped them for a 3-yard loss. Might be 4-down territory given the time and score. 3rd down and 2. Shotgun for Childs. Takes the snap. Hands off and 1st down. Lynch Adams inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. Good hard running there. Gain of 10.
Hey, John, when these cutback lanes are like wide open, should there be an extra person in the box at this point?
I wouldn't necessarily put an extra person in the box, but I'm surprised that they're getting as much push on Kenneth Grant on some of these plays that they are. He had that TFL, and I think he's getting a little bit greedy and trying to swim, and he's creating a hole.
Childs back to pass, looking downfield, gets flushed out of the pocket, and now he's wrapped up and down he goes. Wolverines with a sack and a 3-yard loss. Cameron Brandt coming up with the sack and a big time in this ball game. Back the Spartans up to the Michigan 22-yard line.
That was just a hustle play by Cameron Brandt. Aiden Childs had plenty of time to deliver the ball. Cameron Brandt runs wide around the outside and ends up coming back, retracing his steps, coming back to make the sack.
2nd down and 14. Lynch Adams in the backfield. Childs under center here. 7:04 to go in the ballgame. This is kind of turning into a gotta-have-it drive for the Spartans. Snap, handoff. Lynch Adams running left. Tries to cut back, and the Wolverines will bury him. Give him a yard at the 20-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and long for Michigan State.
Ernest Hausman got burned one time in the open field. This time he's not. He does a nice job of breaking down in the hole and making the play.
This feels like 4-down territory, given that we have 6.5 minutes to go in the ball game, and the Spartans are down 2 touchdowns. From the Michigan 20, they got to get it to the Wolverine 8. 3rd down and long for the Spartans. 3 receivers split wide right. Giles in a shotgun. Watch the draw play. Snap, back to pass. Looking, fires over the middle. He's got his man at the 10. Puts the brakes on. Marsh inside the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. 20-yard touchdown pass from Aiden Giles to Nick Marsh on a slant. Yards after catch, and the Spartans have made this a 24-16 game.
Well, the disappointing part was not just the completion, but the over pursuit. Michigan had 2 guys in position, Amir Hall and Wesley Walker, to make a tackle, and they just both over pursued when he stuck his foot in the ground and made the cutback.
Jonathan Kim on for the important extra point. Snap, good, hold good. The kick is up and the kick is good. And Michigan's lead is cut to 24-17. Time is an issue here with 6:12 to go. Spartans have all their timeouts.
Well, they have all their timeouts, but that possession took them just over 7 minutes, and that's why I asked the question about them hustling the line of scrimmage and trying to preserve a little bit of time.
Doug Harsh, John Jansen, Jason Avant back at the Big House. Wolverines leading Michigan State 24-17 with 6:12 to go, and Michigan about to get the football back. And guys, this is one of those drives where you get a few first downs to really start to bring the clock into play, but also important to remember that Michigan has an elite field goal kicker, and Dominic Zavada has been good 4 times from beyond 50. Career long of 56, and the Wolverines get it to the Spartan 38. They'll be in good shape for that, but that's a few first downs away. And Michigan really hasn't run the ball. You'd love to be able to run out the clock here, but they haven't run the ball particularly well in this game.
I wouldn't be surprised on first down. If they're going to dial up a run on first down, that Orji is not the guy that comes out under center or wherever, but is your quarterback.
Jonathan Kim will kick off for Michigan State. Keyshawn Harris standing at his own goal line to the south end zone as this kick will fly over his head and out of the back of the end zone, and Michigan will take over at the 25-yard line.
John, they are missing Jordan Turner. He's their leading sack getter, and he's also their leading tackler, so that's a huge loss for them.
Well, it's a huge loss, but it wasn't a loss on the last drive.
Yeah.
Michigan still has to be able to move the ball, and they haven't been able to get much movement, at least consistent movement up front.
Davis Warren has faced leukemia. Beat that. He has senior year wiped out by COVID. This probably feels like a pressure situation, but not what he has faced in his life, as he has a maybe kill shot drive here for Michigan from their own 25. Handoff, Kalel Mullings up the middle, not much room. Give him maybe a yard out to the 26.
We're just not getting any movement up front. And, if you're not getting any movement up front between the tackles, you got to try and get to the edge. They haven't had a lot of success there either, but the one that has had success is Alex Orji.
Quindarius Dunnigan leading the Spartan tacklers there. Clock's your friend here. Michigan's still in the huddle. They can stay there for a while.
Yeah, I wouldn't break the huddle until 13, but here they go.
Mullings, 10 carries, 13 yards.
They need a misdirection, though.
5.5 to go in the ball game. Pistol formation with Mullings deep. Davis Warren in a shotgun, takes the snap. Hand off to Mullings, gets hit in the backfield and dropped for a 1-yard gain.
We're just not recognizing when linebackers come from depth. And that Cal Holiday lines up 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage, hits it on the run, and our eyes must not be open.
Wolverines facing a 3rd down and 9. 2 guys have been good for Michigan. Colston Loveland in the slot right. Samaj Morgan now motions to the right from the left. 3rd down and 9. 4:51 to go in the ball game. Michigan up 7. Spartans showing blitz. They do. Back to pass is Davis Warren. Fires and bounces it in front of Peyton O'Leary, right in front of the Michigan bench. And the Spartans got what they wanted, a 3 and out with 4:42 to go in the ball game.
Nice job by Khalil Mullins of tracking his blitzing linebacker from right to left. He comes across the formation to be able to pick him up and give Davis Warren enough time to get rid of that ball. He just didn't have a lot of good options downfield.
Yeah, he chose the right guy. That's the short side of the field, and you're going to throw a comeback route. You want to do it to that side.
Montorie Foster standing on his own 33-yard line to field this punt from Tommy Doman. Snap is good. Spartans set up a return. This is a low punt. It's going to bounce back towards Michigan territory, and the Spartans will get it at the 49-yard line. A very poor punt from Tommy Doman, 25 yards. And the Spartans will have it. I'm going to mark it at the 50 with 4:34 to go in the ball game. Michigan leading 24-17.
The state championship game is on the air. Let's return to Ann Arbor now for more of the action.
First and 10 Spartans from their own 49-yard line. Michigan up by 7. 4:34 to go. Play action, back to pass. Aiden Childs. Here comes the rush, and he's going to throw it away, and there's nobody there, and they're going to take a look. And if this is grounding, it'll be a huge loss as Derek Moore was in Aiden Childs' face, and indeed it's grounding. Back at the 35-yard line. This is going to be a big-time loss for Michigan State.
That's 14 yards.
Offense, number 2. It'll be a loss of down at the spot of the foul. Second down.
That was a great job of Derek Moore, one, getting in the backfield, but also not missing. He stayed a threat on Aiden Childs, causing Aiden Childs to just try and dump that ball off.
Spartans have it now, second down and 24 from their own 35. 4:28 to go in the ball game. Wolverines showing a 5-man front. Childs in a shotgun. Back to pass. Looking, fires, and it's caught at the 50 by Jack Velling. And they're going to mark him at his own 49-yard line, so they get the sack yardage or the intentional grounding yardage back. Gain of 14. It'll be third down and 10 with 4:09 to go.
Well, you know, it's. I would think it's 4-down territory, 4-down time for this Michigan State offense, but third and 10 it's been very successful.
Watch the draw play. Spartans have converted 3 times on third and long on a third and long draw. Snap, they're going to throw it here. Childs back to pass. Here comes the rush. He'll step up in the pocket and fire. He's got Carter, and he's spun one tackle, now another. 30, 25, down to the 21-yard line of Michigan with 3:38 to go in the ball game. Nate Carter chased out of bounds by Amir Hall.
That was an unbelievably athletic play.
Well, it was. I mean, they had plenty of opportunity to get him down even before he converted the first.
Wolverines wanted a hold there. They didn't get it. 30-yard gain to the Michigan 21-yard line.
Showed great balance, though.
Wolverines up 7, 3:15 to go in the ball game. Childs under center here. Carter the lone setback. Childs takes the snap. Hands it off to Carter, running right, and he gets inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line with 3:03 to go. Trey Pierce on the stop, a gain of 3.
This is where the Michigan front has to really tighten up. This also may be where Wink has to be a little judicious in how he attacks this Michigan State team. There's plenty of time for them to be able to run the ball. I expect them to here.
From the 18-yard line, single setback is Lynch Adams. Childs under center here on second down and 7. And we get a false start. Spartans moved. With 2:32 to go in the game, they'll back up 5 yards.
Brandon Hillman just went into the tent. Looks like he's suffering from a low.
Offense, number 65. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Like I was saying, Brandon Hillman just went into the tent.
2:32 to go. Second down and 12 for Michigan State from the Wolverines' 23-yard line. Spartans will split 3 out wide left. One wide out to the right is actually the tight end Velling. Shotgun. Childs takes the snap. Looking right. Going to fire over the middle. Incomplete. Looking for his tight end Velling on a slant. Jayshawn Barham in coverage. There is a flag down. No, correction, there is not a flag down. My apologies. It'll be third down and long, which is, I feel like saying right where the Spartans want them.
Well, and yeah, this is where a little inexperience, I think, is playing a role for Aiden Childs. I think he tried to put a little extra juice behind that ball, which caused him to be inaccurate. He had plenty of time, didn't have to rush it. Now's the time on third down where if you can get a little pressure with your big boys up front, Mason Graham, Kenneth Grant back in the game, should be fresh.
2:14 to go, 3rd and 12. Childs back to pass, looking, fires, caught inside the 20 down to the 16, but short of the first down by about 5 yards. And the Spartans will have to go for it as we reach the 2-minute timeout. 4th and 5 from the Michigan 16-yard line. This last call is presented by Founders Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. It's not a Michigan game day without a Michigan-made beer. Founders Brewing Company, welcome to craft. Whew, the dramatic finish of this one when we continue. Wolverines leading 24-17. 4th and 5 for Michigan State. You're listening to Michigan Football from Learfield. Back at the big house at the 2-minute timeout. Michigan leading Michigan State 24-17. The Spartans have the football on the Michigan 16-yard line. 4th down and 5. Who's going to make the play?
In this situation, Coach Wink Martindale usually likes to blitz and usually like an all-out, but I don't know in this.
I don't know, Jason.
At Michigan, I don't know at Michigan. With the Giants, he would all-out blitz every time.
Wolverines playing without Will Johnson tonight. Somebody's got to step up and make a play here on this 4th down and 5. Full house backfield for Aiden Childs from the Michigan 16-yard line. Now they motion Montori Foster out of there. Childs in a shotgun.
It's an all-out blitz.
Got the snap, back to pass, looking. Here comes the rush. Childs bails out of there to the right. Looking downfield, fires to the end zone, and it's broken up in the end zone. Incomplete, no flags.
Quentin Johnson is in perfect position. One pass rush, obviously flushed Aiden Childs out of the pocket. He knows he's got to try and make a play. Should have been picked off, but whether or not it was going to be Michigan's ball either way.
Yeah, Quentin Johnson had it in the breadbasket, but it's only costing him field position here as that was 4th down. Now the Spartans, keep in mind,
have all 3.
A first down would end it. We'd love to drain their timeouts, but move the chains once. Alex Orji's in at quarterback. Ball security here. Kalel Mullings in the backfield. They've also got Max Bredesen lined up to the right of Alex Orji. Orji takes the snap. Going to run up the middle, 25 to the 30. Bounces outside. Alex Orji's got a first down for Michigan out at the 32-yard line. With 1:45 to go, they'll stop the clock to move the chains. And the Spartans will have to decide if they use their first time out. Oh, quarterback run. That was huge.
Yeah, and that's been their most productive runs, is Alex Orji running the football, and it puts the defense in extreme conflict. You get an extra blocker, and I know they sent Kalel Mullins out to the right, but you have Max Bredesen coming up in there. They've got to honor where Kalel's going.
Spartans let the clock run. 1:25 to go in the ball game. 8 on the play clock. They still have all their timeouts due MSU. Orji stays in the game. Snap. Handoff. Kalel Mullings bounces it outside. Gets 3 yards before he's submarined out at the 34-yard line. And Jonathan Smith will use his first timeout with 1:14 to go.
Well, I really like having the threat of Alex Orji in there right now. You know, and of all 3 quarterbacks that have played, he is the one that has protected the ball the most.
There's an injured Spartan on that play. It's Ed Woods, the cornerback. Can Michigan's offense get one more first down?
That's all they need as soon as they get that first down. And great awareness by Alex Orji there. He knew the yardage he had to get for the first down. And then instead of getting close to the out of bounds where he could have gotten knocked out or fallen out of bounds, he slides down. It was a heads-up play by Alex Orji.
Well, I will say this. If Michigan State forces a punt, I'm hoping for a successful snap and punt.
Why would you go there? Why would you go there? We already had our 25-yard punt, so got that out of our system.
From the 34-yard line. Just get the first down, right?
Yes.
then it becomes a moot point.
Now, in order to stop Alex Orji, you're going to see their entire defense within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. That's the only way you can. That free safety is going to be Alex's man.
Wolverines have to get it to the 41-yard line, 2nd down and 7. Minute 14 to go in the ball game. Michigan State with 2 timeouts. Orji in a shotgun. Takes the snap. Hand off Kalel Mullings, and he gets it across the 35 out to the 36. And the Spartans will use their 2nd timeout with 1:10 to go. Darius Snow on the stop. It's going to be 3rd down and 5.
I can appreciate handing it off to Kalel Mullins. I really can. But the best rushing attack that they have had is Alex Orji. You add in that extra blocker with your running back. I'm just not sure why they're not going that route. Maybe they're saving it here for. But the offensive line has struggled in just straight up runs with running backs to be able to create movement up front, whether it's been double teams, it's been linebackers running through that they just haven't been able to slow down or even see.
You throw it here?
No, you don't stop the clock. I mean, they're going to stop the clock with a timeout anyway, I would think.
Orji in a shotgun. Kalel Mullings deep. Motion Mullings out of there. Snap to Orji. Quarterback run. Outside 40. He's got the 1st down and he slides. And the Spartans will not be able to stop the clock with 1:04 to go. Alex Orji on a QB run left. Move the chains for Michigan. And now the Wolverines can get about the business of kneeling down and finishing this football game.
Greatest play in football.
That was a great job by the offensive coordinator putting Kalel Mullins out to the right, get all the attention over there, then bring it back left side with Alex Orji.
They're going to run the clock here. Spartans are not using their timeout. And now maybe they will with 55 seconds to go.
State, the clock should be at 1:02.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're certainly going to use their timeout because you got to make Michigan snap at that one extra time.
The clock should be at 1:04. Play clock should be at 40. They both will start on my signal.
Wolverines are going to go into victory formation. There's a lot of John down there. Davis Warren's going to huddle them up. You heard they've reset the play clock to 1:04. And now they're going to run it. I guess Jonathan Smith will have him take a knee and then use the timeout. Either way.
Yeah, either way, there's not much. I mean, they can only stop at one time. But if I'm them, I make them snap at that extra time.
I'm going to tell you, Anthony Jones for the Spartans will not stop talking. The Wolverines are in victory formation with 32 seconds to go in the ball game. Davis Warren will take a snap and take a knee. And yeah, Anthony Jones and Colston Loveland are going at it. Now we're going to get a fight. You can see this coming. Get out of there, guys. Get everybody out of there. As the Spartans are going to let the clock wind down, you could see this coming, guys.
Yep.
And they need to get the players back to the sideline. There's still 12 seconds to go in the game. But both teams get to the sidelines as they're pushing and shoving. 5 seconds to go in the game, and this one's going to end. You could see this coming. Jones was yapping at Colston Loveland, and when that ball got snapped, Jones went full speed. The game is over. Michigan wins 24-17, and they need to split these teams up as Davis Warren goes and collects Paul Bunyan. Guys, go celebrate. And indeed, they have separated the teams, and the Spartans will head up the tunnel, hung with a 24-17 loss here at the Big House, and the Wolverines will head over to the student section where they will celebrate with Paul Bunyan, and Michigan improves to 5-3.